Ashish Mishra, founder of Tekents, technical entrepreneurs in the audience, technocrats, policymakers, students, and all other distinguished participants. Well, first of all, I must appreciate the spirit of Ashish Mishra. I must say so. Because in life, and my whole experience of so many years in public service, I find that the most important thing is the spirit that you have. If you have the right kind of spirit, the right kind of attitude, the right kind of passion, then you can make anything happen. It's limitlessness. There are no limits to what you can achieve. And that's why I congratulate Ashish Mishra. And he said very nicely that rather than sitting down and wondering why the ecosystem is not there, he said, let us create a technocratic ecosystem. Let us create tech entrepreneurs from Lucknow, from Uttar Pradesh. Excellent. I must compliment you, Ashish, on this. Well, Uttar Pradesh is where everything is going to happen. It's a happening state. And Uttar Pradesh is so vital for the development of the nation. I was chief secretary of the state, and I always was very fond of saying, whenever I used to address audiences, was that in terms of population, if Uttar Pradesh was to become a nation, it would be the 5th largest nation in the world. Imagine a state with a population of 240 million. What kind of potential it can unleash in the society? And that's why we used to always say that Uttar Pradesh is a state of unlimited potential, UP, unlimited potential. That's what it stands for. And the idea is that how we can bring that potential forward, and Tekents and Ashish Mishra and all of you sitting out here, the young boys and girls, men and women who are sitting out there, you are the people who are going to make it happen. You can make it happen. Uttar Pradesh has it in it, that things can change, things can be transformed. Today, when you talk about transformation, and this summit is all about AI, and beyond apps, as it says, rightly so, we have to go beyond apps. We have to really understand what AI is all about and how AI can transform life all around us. Rightly, in the beginning, Sugandha said that AI has become part of our lives. Yes, it has. Before you could understand what AI was all about, it has become part of our lives. I was asking this young student I met just before coming to this conference hall. I said, are you using AI in your, he's in class 7. Are you using AI? He says, yes, I'm using AI. I told him, don't use it too much for solving your homework. So that's what is happening. The people are doing their homework through AI. People are writing their projects through AI. People are doing assignments through AI. It's AI everywhere. But the question is, what is AI? Where is it taking us? And how do we use AI? And today, when we're talking in Lucknow, in Uttar Pradesh, and especially I saw the theme about how governance can be changed through AI, how public services can be delivered better through AI. I think that's a very laudable theme. Because that is what's very important today. I think you must focus on in this conference. And I think many speakers are there to speak on this issue. How AI can transform the quality and delivery of public services. That's what really make an impact. You must have seen the recent summit which took place in Delhi. It was called AI Impact Summit. The impact, what was important in that? The impact, what was important because all over the world, we are now talking about developing large-scale AI infrastructure, LLMs, data centers, GPUs, no bounds, things are happening. But the question came with what is the impact of all this? And this conference or seminar which took place in Delhi was all about the impact. Because we in India have to see how we can use AI productively, bring in this technology into every sphere, whether it's education, whether it is health, whether it is anything, governance, how it can be used as a tool of transformation. That is what the impact, how to apply application of AI. Now here, it's interesting to see that there are issues which need to be debated upon. And I also sometimes think, and you people can also think about it. The one issue is about AI sovereignty that's being talked about. And also it is being talked about whether we should develop large language models, focus on data centers, huge infrastructure investment in AI, or whether we should take whatever has already been developed in countries like US by companies like OpenAI and others and build applications on that. That is the thing which is before us. Now, once again, the answer would be somewhere in between because to my mind, it becomes very clear that we must focus on applications. That's true. We must focus, but we can't leave that innovation and building of infrastructure part also. Because if we do that, then we'll become dependent once more upon what the companies in US are developing, what they are developing, we don't have anything of our own. So that compromises our AI sovereignty. We can't do that. We can't be dependent on technology developed somewhere else. So we have to focus on developing our own, infrastructure, AI infrastructure. Of course, the questions are raised about that. Where do we get so much money from? AI infrastructure needs a hell of a lot of money. It also needs a lot of power, uninterrupted power. It guzzles water like anything. How do we do it? Well, then you have to find solutions which are locally applicable. We'll have to use our innovation, our creativity. Maybe we'll have to see how our data centers and our GPUs work on renewable energy. We'll have to see how we can reduce the cost of making these LLMs. The server model is there for you. Servo has done it at a very low cost. China has done for its, that deep sea thing. At a very low cost, they develop their, application. So we have to see low cost applications, to conserve our financial resources, to reuse the water used, to reuse the heat that is generated in the process. We have to come out with innovative solutions to make them India-centric. We can't follow the models what US is doing because we don't have that kind of money. But we can't be left behind in the development of infrastructure also. At the same time, we must focus on where to apply AI to bring about transformation because we can't be left behind. Even today, US and China are far ahead. Suddenly, India, before it realized, is lagging far behind in the AI race. We have to catch up and move very fast. Talking of another issue which comes up always, that AI will lead to loss of employment. That's always raised. Well, yes, it will. I read the statement of Mr. Khosla was there, the tech entrepreneur from US. He said by 2028, most of the software jobs will go. There will be none left, he says. Somebody else, none other than Bill Gates, once said it up. Beyond 2030, there will be no jobs. I don't think that kind of situation will ever happen, that there will be no jobs. But yes, the whole scenario will change. Jobs will be of a different kind, as it has always happened in technology. AI is the biggest technological intervention that has happened to my mind after fire and electricity. Fire changed mankind, electricity changed mankind, and now it is AI. Nothing more transformative has happened. It will change how people think, how people believe, how people act, how society is formed, how individuals behave and respond to situations, what is the economic situation, what is the political situation. Everything will change because of AI. So that is that transformative thing. So we can't stop it. History has shown that technology can never be stopped. So it will come, whether you like it or you don't like it. It will change the employment scenario. Yes, many jobs will be lost. There will be pain in the short run. But then a lot of reskilling is required, a lot of reorientation is required from our own education system and everything, so that new jobs are created where people are absorbed to understand and apply and implement AI. That is the kind of situation where we are, talking about and thinking about, and we should, focus on. When computers came, everybody said that it will take away so many jobs. It did take away jobs, yes, but it created more jobs and different kind of jobs. And in the beginning, many people resented computers, saying that no, let's not have so much. India doesn't need it. But then we brought it. We implemented it. And how it has transformed governance and public service delivery in a big way, all of you know. Railway reservation system. I don't know, many of you young boys and girls sitting here would not know what it meant to book a railway ticket in the 1980s. Going to Charbagh and standing in the queue for 4 hours, 5 hours before you get a chance to go to the window and book a ticket. And today you just open your mobile and book just in 2 seconds. That is the kind of difference the railway reservation system in the implementation of computer. Your passport thing, how beautifully the passport system works today. So that is the implementation technology. I just share 1 or 2 examples in my career also when the computers came. How, right in the beginning, just small interventions made big differences. I remember I was secretary basic education in UP. I found that in every district, 18 to 20 teachers every month would be taken away from teaching in the classrooms and they would be sitting in the office of the basic education officer. Why? To prepare the salary bill. That was done manually. Preparing the salary bill every month. So they were busy every month preparing the salary bill. So I thought, what a waste. They're supposed to be teaching and they're doing this. So I simply introduced a computerized system of salary. At that time, now it is not new. Everywhere it is done now. At that time, it was an initiative. So, okay, just have it, computerized system of salary thing. And all the 18, 20 teachers, they were not required. It was done in the head office by one person. One clerk sitting could do it. One data entry operator could do it. So that is the kind of change, it brought about. another innovation I still remember when I was finance secretary of UP government, I thought that why not computerize the treasuries? Our government treasuries. All our financial transactions are through our treasuries. At that time, the government didn't give me any budget, but surprisingly, I found that within our own department, there were a couple of finance and accounts service officers who were very tech savvy. So I just formed a team of them and I said, you work on it. And believe me, they worked on it. Within 1 year, we came out with applications which computerized the entire treasury system for Uttar Pradesh in 97, 98. And it was so well done that people came from Hyderabad and Tamil Nadu and other states, Maharashtra, to learn how treasuries have been computerized in the state of Uttar Pradesh. And that was done within in-house, without taking any tech experts or spending a huge amount of budget. So that is the kind of transformation, And after that, everything changed. And the first thing that happened after that, we found out that a lot of people are drawing salary who did not even exist for many districts, because manually salaries were being, paid. There were a lot of, fraudulent muster rolls and fraudulent, names added out there. And immediately it was exposed and a lot of government money was saved. So technology is an enabler. It helps. And that is how we have to use it. We have to use AI to enhance the capacity of the state, to make the state more productive, make the state deliver better. That's what I'm saying. Which are the areas where AI can make a difference in UP and Lucknow or anywhere? Healthcare, education, agriculture. Some of the sectors which come straight to my mind. How the productivity of the agriculture sector can be improved. How rural development can come about through use of AI. How we can even people can move from agriculture to industry. How healthcare now, problems which we have been wrestling with for the last, when I joined service, those problems were there. When I left service, those problems are still there. Some problems like doctors not available in the primary health centers, like teachers not available in the primary schools in the remotest areas or not going there to teach. All these things, AI, once this comes into being, these problems will actually get resolved. You can solve them, the first time. That's the kind of difference it will make to productivity and to governance. And I'm sure all of you, when you sit together and talk on various issues and various subject-specific seminars, these ideas will come out. These are policing. I think there's a section on policing also. How policing will be completely revolutionized because of AI. That's how, these are the things which are possible. So there's endless the kind of applications that there can be of AI. I'm confident that this seminar will generate a lot of ideas which will transform Lucknow, transform Uttar Pradesh, and as the sleeping giant that is Uttar Pradesh will wake up and lead the country as far as application of technology and AI is concerned. With these words, let me wish you all the very best for a very productive day-long seminar. I'm sure a lot of effective solutions will come out of this seminar, which will create what Ashish Mishra said in the beginning, the tech or AI ecosystem in Uttar Pradesh and Lucknow, which is very much required. Thank you very much.